what would you say to a person who wants to be a pilot?
I'll say that it's not so easy, like most of people think it is. I'll say that you need to study a lot.
Right.
You need to have a lot of money to pay for the cost of the course. You need to have lucky, a little bit of lucky in your life.
What do you mean by lucky?
Lucky to meet the right person, right people, to be in the right place.
I see.
You need to be a social guy, a person that talk with anybody, with everybody, that have a good communication. So you need to be a person with a lot of qualities. So it's not so easy. But if you want to be a pilot, if you want to start a course of a pilot, to be a pilot, you'll be choosing how can I say? Oh my God! A profession, a very good profession, and will be in air every day. So I like what I do. If you like to fly, if you love to fly, that's the way I do. That's the way that I'll tell the person that I want to be a pilot too.
Okay. What do you like to do when you fly to a different place?
When I'm flying in a different place, what I like to do? I like another country, a foreign country.
No, as a pilot. Okay, when you fly to a different place, what do you like to do?
In my free time?
No, as a pilot.
As a pilot? I don't know. I like to. Most of the time we are flying visual charts,
right.
So I like to compare the chart with the terrain, with the visual that we have, to know, to have a certain that we are in the place that we think we are. So I like to do this, to communicate with other planes, to know how the weather is, how the place is going. So we need to have this certain of the place we are going to, to be secure, to have a security, to be secure in the place.
All right. Which do you find more exciting, landing or taking off?
Landing, for sure, landing. I how can I say? I'm sure that everybody answered the same answer, had the same answer, landing. All the pilots like to land the plane. I don't know. Landing is more difficult. It's more difficult than take off. I know. If you have winds, different type of winds, crosswind, you have to work a lot in the cabin, the fight deck, to put their plane on the ground. So it's more exciting landing than takeoff.
Okay. In your opinion, what's the main responsibility of a captain?
Taking the right choice, taking the right decisions. So if he choose a wrong way, he can put all the other crew in a bad situation. So in danger. So you need to make right decisions. Sometimes the captain is not the top gun, is not the best pilot in the world, but his decisions are the right ones. So that's the point, I think.
Okay, good. So now, Mars, we're moving to the second part of the test, okay? In this part, you will listen to a speech from the recorder involving two different situations. When it finishes, I want you to report what you understood. Okay? Remember that this time you can listen to each extract twice. And the situation happens as you are a captain in an airline company. Okay?
I need to report just what I understood, or I need to report to you what I would do.
Well, it will depend on my instructions, okay? But when I play, you just tell me what you understood, okay?
Okay, alright.
So you can put the headset.
That's good.
Can I go? What did you understand here?
The flight is delayed and the passengers are getting angry. So.
Did you understand why the flight is late?
Not at all.
I'll play one more time.
Okay. Please. They are in London because of catering. Maybe the weather.
Okay. So listen to ground staff explaining the cause of the problem. Okay? I will play.
Ground staff.
What did you understand here?
Cratering strike has broken something. I don't know.
Would you like to listen to one more time?
Please. What?
Did you get it?
More or less. Not.
What did you understand?
Same thing, like something striking on the plane, but I don't know if you have a hole on the floor, a crack, I don't know, cracking. That's a strange word for me.
Okay, so I want you to make a call to ground staff asking how long they will take to solve this problem, and tell them that you have to take off in 50 minutes. Okay?
I need to make a speech?
Yes. You are gonna ask ground staff how long it's going to take to solve the problem. Okay? And tell them that you have to take off in 50 minutes.
50 or 15?
50.
Okay.
Ground.
This ground?
Just say ground.
Okay. Ground, can you inform me how long this delay will take? When my tripulation needs to take off by 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes to take off the airplane.
Okay, so let's check if they understood you, okay?
No, 50 minutes.
Okay, and did you get the explanation?
What?
They are solving the problem.
Yeah.
Did you get the explanation?
More or less.
I'll play one more time.
Okay. They are in contact with a catering company. Can you confirm if you take off in 60 minutes? No, we'll take off in 50 minutes.
Right. Okay, so now I'm moving to another situation.
Okay.
I want you to describe this picture before I play the CD.
Okay.
What happened there?
What I can see here. I'm seeing oxygen masts that going down. Just one of them, some of them, not all of them. Maybe a turbulence have caused this situation, and like a mess with the of the plane. We have lights and some beams open. So what I need to do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So now, suppose you had sudden depressurization in your flight, okay? I want you to request the closest airport for landing. You are calling Miami ATC, and the call sign is Cruise Air 231.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Miami, here is Cruise Air 231. We have a depressurization, and we need to landing as soon as possible. We're declaring emergency. Right.
Okay, so listen to ATC now.
Okay. Negative, not fire on the cargo. We have a depressurization, so we need to land as soon as possible.
Great. Okay, so now we're moving to the third part of the test, okay? In this part, you will have two different situations again, but this time I'm allowed to play the CD only once, okay? Then you tell me what you understood, and I'll ask you some questions about that.
Okay.
Okay? So,
Listen, yeah.
listen again. What did you understand?
When spike, it happened. What else happened? A flight between two passengers, and the pilot is asking to land in the next airport that is in Canadian island, and he requests to the police. There's police service to hope to help him when he landed this island.
Okay. Have you ever had any problem flying with?
Like this?
Have you ever flown passengers?
Like this? Me, no. I haven't this type of problem in my
Do you
life.
know
But I know my father has problem.
Tell me about it.
You know, in that when I cries. The cries in the past, I remember. So,
2 years ago.
yeah, more or less. So that's the time. One of the flights was very, very delayed. A lot of angry people on the port, and in this flight, all the passengers was on board.
Oh.
And then the control ATC said him to wait like 2 hours on ground with everybody in the airplane. So everybody became angry, and one of these passengers hit a member of the crew.
Really?
Yeah. Then this member of the crew asked to my father, that was the captain of the flight, to call the police, ask for the police service, police force, PF, Police Federal, to resolve this problem. So everybody was have gone down of the airplane, and so the delay is just come over and over, more delay. So yeah, my father tried don't call the PF. We just resolve this talk in here. Just to not have more delay. So no way. The member of the crew was very angry too. So she wanted the police here and there to resolve the situation. There was no conversation to her.
I see. Well, this is the procedure the crew should follow if you have this kind of problem, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is there anything else they should do?
At first time, for the first moment, they need to talk and try to resolve the problem. But at the moment that a passenger becomes angry to the point hit someone, to use aggressive words. So the captain need to call the police, need to ask for this police, just because airplane is his dormitory. He is the captain of the airplane. Mm-hmm. So he need to put some order in the plane,
I see.
just to show to the passengers that in the airplane things need to be different from in his home. So he need to have this voice, this parent's voice, this command in his voice. So that's the way it works.
Okay. I'll play the second situation.
Okay. Let's go.
What did you understand here?
Okay. They request immediate landing on Cairo. They are calling the North Africa control.
Right.
They had a pressurization flight, I think. I thought.
Mm-hmm. So what procedure should you follow in these circumstances?
At the pressurization, it all depends. We have two types of pressurization: the powerful ones and the slowly ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that in this case they are with a slowly one, but in this case he needs to go to a lower level immediately to provide oxygen to the cabin. They need to set the buttons to liberate the oxygen mask. It's automatically, but they need to confirm if the automatic system have gone on. If not, the button to push it automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Then they need to call the control of the area just to demand emergency landing the nearest airport in the region. So that's the procedure.
Okay.
And the explosive ones is the worst, I think. And the procedures are almost the same, but they need to do this much more faster. Put the airplane going down, and that's really difficult to the pilots too. Just because everybody suffer very cold and hurts the ears, so everything's very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
That's big trouble.
Okay. Now, considering both problems in part 3, do you remember the first one?
Yeah.
What was it?
First one, angry passengers having a flight.
And the second one?
The second one, the pressurization in Africa.
Okay, so how would you compare both problems, in your opinion?
Which one is worse?
Can be. Which one do you think is worse?
I think that the second one.
Why do you think so?
I think that the second one was worse just because the captain need to work a lot more, much more than the first one. He needs to put down the airplane, to take care of the security of the flight, and choose the best way to put the airplane. So that's much more difficult. The first one is easier to me, I think. If the fight is controlled, is all under his control, he just need to call the controller and the police, and then the police will solve this when he's land.
Okay.
So I think that's much more easy.
In your opinion, what's the worst emergency a pilot can have?
The worst. Lost an engine during the takeoff.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Why?
when you lost when you lose an engine in the takeoff, you obviously lose a lot of power of your plane. So you have to take a lot of control of the plane. The vertical speed will be decreased to the minimums of the chart, so you'll be near of the limits of the plane to be secure. So if you commit a small error, a small mistake, you put everybody in danger.
Right.
So I think that in the takeoff, lose an engine is the worst one.
All right.
I think.
So now we're moving to the last part of the test. Okay? I want you to describe this picture to me, and then I'll ask you some questions about it.
Let me see. Okay, I need to describe?
Yeah.
What is this?
Just tell me what you see. You don't need to tell me what it is. Okay?
Just because I don't know what it is.
Fine.
So we have a mid-range jet crossing the air and forming like a image in the clouds. I don't know.
What are some of the causes of turbulence?
Turbulence. We have a lot of cause of turbulence. I can like the urban turbulence caused by the buildings, the wind. The wind goes straight to the buildings and cause the turbulence. So when the plane is passing by this turbulence, shakes the structure. That one of them you have orographic turbulence, like mountains. The wind goes to the mountain and go up to the hill, and strikes to the airplane. And a lot of them, how can I say, you have turbulence caused by CB, big clouds of bad weather. That can make your turbulence. So, one more.
What are the normal procedures during flight through turbulence?
First of all, the captain push the button to seat belts, fasten your seat belts. So, you need to warn the crew and his passengers to expedite turbulence in front. So fasten the seat belts. The second one, he can ask to fly in a high level or in a down level. So if the turbulence caused by a CB, he can deviate to another heading just to pass over the turbulence, pass by.
Okay.
That's one of the
How do you
situations.
feel during very strong turbulence?
Have you know that one's in São Paulo, Guarulhos? I've heard about. So that's a turbulence that we don't expect every day. So in a turbulence like that, maybe our little planes will be in serious danger. But I don't feel extreme strange. I just feel like I need to do something to get out of this. But turbulence in landing is a big problem. So if you're trying to land and not getting a success on this tries, you need to alternate to another airport to be safe on that. And after everything gone right, you can come back and try again. So that's the procedure.
Okay. All right, Marcio. So this is the end of our test, okay?
Oof.
Thank you for coming.